Hey, it's Fearless and welcome to The Monster Inside, a film noir-style audiovisual novella, a mysterious woman, a string of murders, and a man with a hidden past. Hey, let's just get straight into it. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. There was another notice on the door for Mayor Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. Just look, Mum. Weeks since I'd had any real case to work on, so I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner safely covered with an old bed sheet. You're not staring at the mirror then, are you? You're staring at the sheet. Don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. The girl came in so quiet I nearly choked on my cigarette. Mister, please. You gotta help me, mister. Calm down now, sit and talk slow. Yeah, what can I help you with? Or you ever hear of knocking first? She might have knocked, to be fair, you were just in your own world. I think we'll just go with the top. Okay, thanks, it's just... no one will listen to me. Just tell me a tale, I'm listening. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a hand full of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. I tell this might take a while. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to talk to you if you're doing that, though. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress, the man all over the newspapers, the infamous banker Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering barstool, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him and no one believes me. He's got to be in trouble. Yeah, but if your wife's just turned up dead and then you disappear... and he had something to do with it, or someone wants everyone to think that he had something to do with it. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger? Oh, case looks pretty simple to me. Right? We might as well go along with her, I think. What makes you think he's in danger? Well, Mr. Jack. You can just call me Jack. Jack. Whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left without me. He promised me. Well, did he also say he wouldn't kill his wife? I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Yeah, probably. Please, the cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. You've got to prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets. Probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. You've got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. Or I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Top one. Oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please, be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a beast. The word struck me funny, like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. They were real enough, all right. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's definitely an interesting theory. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. I'm still not saying that. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here. Right? I'm gonna go with definitely an interesting theory. Because he's not saying that he believes her or anything. I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Well, my reputation precedes me. Sure. Can't you see how busy I am with cases? And then you bring this beast case to me and it seems like a pretty open and shut case. I don't know. I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. Didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep the doors locked. And call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know she was any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. I think she did it. What if she did it and she's like, it wasn't me, it wasn't him? And it's like, okay then. That night I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Well, if he's paying them off, they could have intentionally missed something anyway. Next chapter. Chapter 1, The Banker. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I've got a knack for finding the things others overlook. More of a symptom of a condition? The less useful symptoms I kept in check, but for the time being my keen sense of smell would come in handy. Oh, don't go sniffing things! It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing, and more of an emotion. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. There scratches on the tree. Maybe it was a beast. I expected the scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear. But Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. Oh my. Brought new meaning to a crime of passion. Quickly the thought from my mind, it's time to get down to business. I'm sure that's exactly what they said. Wouldn't it that happen just before she died? Investigate the scene. So I'm meant to click things. What can I do? Do I just have the two things then? Okay. Oh, a burn mark. Sure. Looks like scratches. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. Seriously? Okay. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something natural was at play here. But I was no stranger to the strange. Investigate. So the body then. Okay, footprints, not the body. Okay, whatever. Body footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cop left behind in their haste. But cops don't wear $2,000 pair of Caquinos? Dunno. Maybe they did. Maybe not that price. It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. After looking around for a while longer, I realised the pack had given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit the pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter. Chapter 2. The Part. The next morning I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask. So, what did you find? Well, I got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. Not sure about beasts, but something natural was at play. I don't think I should say that. Might be right to worry about monsters. Found a spells mark. No, I'm gonna stick with the top one. Probably shouldn't have given her false hope like that, but she seemed like she needed something to hold on to right there. She didn't need to know about the mark on the tree. Exactly. She can easily see that herself anyway, it's not like they've shut the park. How do you know that? Where is he? Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. There are signs he was at the scene and slipped away. Well, both options are saying he was at the scene of the crime. All I can tell you is he was alive when he left, but it doesn't mean he didn't kill her. I'm gonna go with the bottom one. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But you don't know where he went. Do you think the news this morning is related? I didn't follow the footprints, and I don't think I've seen the news this morning. Betsy, what news is that? Haven't you heard? Yeah, but maybe you should tell me what you know. Nope. Rough night followed by a rough morning. I don't think that's her business. Let's go top again. They found the police chief's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night. What? Police chief's wife? Don't know why. Let me guess. Chief Amato's missing too. Her face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. Amato was a sheep cop and a sheep chief. Amato was a sheep cop and a sheep chief. Though a sheep chief. Probably just as good. He was half the reason I left the force, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain at my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. Yeah, but you've literally just been told that news. Even if he'd watched the news, still would have gone to the office, and he wouldn't have been able to give her any answers because he hasn't gone anywhere. Give him some time. That night after the cops had cleared out the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amato's untimely demise. Next chapter. Chapter 3. The Police Chief. Unless this is sort of like a thing where all of the men are monsters and they're all killing their wives. I don't know. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil, and... What could it be? That smell again. Like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. That's weird. It hit me like a long-forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of. And that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands, shaking. The nightmares. The headaches. No, I was better now. Reformed. Maybe it's me doing it. Head to focus. No jumping to conclusions. Follow the evidence. I feel like that's directed at me. Okay, I'll stop assuming I did it then. Investigate the scene. So, a couple of things again. Okay. There, just there, the smallest piece of purple fabric, torn and caught in the splinter of a board. Police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. Investigate the scene. Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same sheepy brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got the price. Okay, I'm even more suspicious now when there's evidence that the brand they smoke is there. Like, I'm following the evidence, but it's not looking great. Maybe the purple fabric isn't theirs, I don't know. Pulled out my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. He's definitely got some demons of his own. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. Next chapter. Chapter 4. The Dots. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. They've got a great sense of smell. They don't remember how they got back. Their cigarettes were at the scene. It's very suspicious. It's still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Well, who's dead now? Break-in. Mayor missing. Wife found dead. Oh no. Okay. So I don't know about Mr. Farnsworth. But he didn't like the chief. He doesn't like the mayor. It's very weird. 2 cases is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days' worth of inhibitor pills. Couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. Inhibitor pills. Oh no. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I'm sorry, Lily. I don't have time to talk. I have to go. I've just been busy. I'm off to Mrs. Vinetti's crime scene. Well, I think it's fine to say that you're busy, but I don't think you need to say that you're going to the crime scene. But saying you don't have time to talk implies you're busy, so I'm gonna go with stop again. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. It's fine. I don't have a why. Oh, what? She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay and tell her it would be okay. It would be a lie. Why is she randomly kissing us? That's weird. Next chapter. Chapter 5. The Mayor. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Benetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. I'm guessing. Yep, slot machine. And the car. Wait. Benetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high, and I bet it was edging towards the unthinkable. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work. But I don't know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot. Shell companies, shady stock trades, bribes. I knew Mayor Benetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Benetti and Chief Amaro. Talking about me. How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they were here to stop me snooping around this one. Yeah, suspicious. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears, I caught the scent again. No! It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well. It had been many years since I had used it. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was reformed. The nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses. Couldn't even trust myself. Know the feeling. Don't trust you either. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. My watch. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? Couldn't be sure. Couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. Next chapter. Chapter 6. The Alley. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up at any minute to knock the door down and cart me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. Right? But Lily was still there waiting for me. Yeah, but like, what's so bad about your reflection? Are you just like really hairy or something? Because she'd have noticed that, right? Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost. I'm back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same things she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Odd that I hadn't really noticed before, but it made her seem out of place. Out of time. And it was frayed around the edges. Torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You were the monster. Succubus. Oh, Jack. We are one and the same, you and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures as you have, Incubus. Those men are probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. So, you've done all this just to wake me up? You could say that. That seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors, which means deep down, you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch, messed with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favour. Those men hated you and wanted you gone. Now they are gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Well, you know, we all have our interests. Oh, please, such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasure of the flesh. But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and plant it among the fertile masses for me. It's a very strange sentence. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha! That maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off of the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from my desk side drawer, aimed it at the mirror. And fired. Chapter 7. The Woman. Wow. I liked it, actually. So I was suspecting both of them. Obviously, there were a lot of things that led it towards it being him. And even though he didn't do the killings, he was still the monster. In a way. I was like the monster inside, so like inside yourself as well. And like an actual monster. Yeah, I thought she was a bit weird, being like, I've harvested seeds. Like, oh, no, that's not nice. Then, you know, he went and killed us, so I guess everything's okay. I don't know. That was nice though. Yeah, nice, short, sweet. I liked that. That was good. So, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. See you next time. Right, bye.